Hi everybody, it's Dawn from Crafting on the Green. I hope you're well. Today I'm going to show you how to make some simple bunting from using one sheet of DSP, 12 by 12 DSP, and it's also going to be no waste. So from this sheet of DSP we're going to use all of it. So let's get started. So first of all, what we're going to do is get the trimmer, and we're going to cut this DSP into strips. So we're going to cut into, first of all we want it to be 12 by 6. We'll pop that aside. And then we want to make 4 strips at 3 inches by 6 inches. So cut here at 3 inches. So if you choose, you can use the other half of the DSP as well to make a nice long row of bunting, but for this I'm just going to make a slightly smaller one. So we start by getting our strips. Then what we want to do, I'm going to use a ruler for the next part, it might be a little bit easier. What we want to do is on one side we're going to make a small mark on each side. Let's get my inches. So we're going to make a mark at 2.5 inches and 3.5 inches, and then we're going to do the same on the opposite side as well. So 2.5 inches, 3.5 inches. And then what we need to do is make one more mark. So between this side here on your left, we're just going to lay the ruler down again. I'm just going to make a mark at 1.5. So you should have 5 marks on your DSP. So I'm just going to do that on each one. So 2.5, 3.5, 2.5, 3.5, and then between 2 of them, 1.5. So it's nice simple measurements here, nothing particularly fancy. But it will all make sense very shortly why we're doing this. Right, last one. Okay, 1.5. So that's all of our measuring done. Now what we want to do is take some scissors. Actually, I'm going to get some larger scissors, it'll make it a bit easier because it's a long cut. And where you've got your pencil mark in the centre, you want to cut from the pencil mark on the right over to your mark on the left. So we're just going to cut just like that, and then the same again on the opposite side. So we're going to have 2 pieces just like this from each bit. So cut from the pencil mark on the outside to the one in the centre. Oh, that one's a wonky one. If you're unsure with your cutting with scissors, you can of course use a trimmer if you find that easier. Right, there we go. So we have most of our bunting done already. So I'm just going to go over and erase some of the pencil marks. What I should have done really was drawn on the back, but I didn't think about that. Okay, nearly done. Right, there we go. So what we want to do next is we want to put some holes in them. So what we're going to use, I've got here a sponge mat, a foam mat, and I've got my take your pick tool, which has my pokey tool on the end of it. And all I'm going to do, lay this on, and then I'm not going to measure, you can if you'd like, but just roughly in that top corner, I'm just going to poke 2 holes. And as long as you don't go too close to the edge, then you'll be absolutely fine. Oh, moving my thing around. There we go. Right, so next what we want to do is we can either decorate them first or we can hang them first. So I'm actually going to hang mine first because then I can visualise it easier when I'm trying to decorate, so I know what I want to go where. So I'm also going to have it in a pointy and then non-pointy way. Something like that. You can of course have all of yours together, or you could just use all pointy on one and non-pointy on the other. I'm going to use, I've got a pack here of the Baker's Twine Essentials pack, and for this one I'm going to use white twine. Maybe a bad move because I'm actually planning on hanging this in my kitchen, which we'll see how long it stays white for. But so I've just guessed there how much I want to do, so I've actually done just over double of the length of what I've got here. I know it's going to be a slight bit longer and I need a little bit to hang it up. So now comes the part of putting it together. This bit can take a little while to do. Also, it's a bit of a pain at times to actually try and get it through. But once you get there, it's there we go. You can of course thread a needle onto it if you want to make it even easier. I don't actually have a long needle, so I'm not going to do that. Okay, so what I'm going to do here, I'm going to do one behind and then one in front, because I want the string to go over the front of some of them. It's starting to fray quite a bit, this twine, but all you have to do is just keep rolling it back up in your hands, it's okay. Right. So then we want to go behind again. So as I say, I'm sticking with the pointy and then not pointy. Okay, what I'm going to do is actually use my foam mat again and the pokey tool to help it go through. Hopefully this will work a bit better, she says. Go. It'll be fine, we'll get there. Okay, so there we go. Only took a little while. So we've got our basic bunting now, which I think is quite pretty. I like that background. So I'm going to do a quick job of just decorating it up, just so that you can have some ideas. The stamp and die set that I've chosen for today, I'm using What's Cooking, as it's going in my kitchen. It's lovely. I absolutely adore this set. I've not played with it nearly enough. It's in the new annual catalogue that came out this May, sorry. So what I've also done, I've cut out some of the playful alphabet dies. Which I'm going to stick on the middle. And then I've got lots of other bits and bobs that I've cut out here to stick on as well. Not sure which ones I will use or where, but I always think if I have them cut out, then I can choose to use them or not. So I think that's all of them. Nope, missing a wooden spoon. So yeah, so I've got my decorations. I'm just going to pop them on relatively randomly. I'm not going to worry too much. What I am going to do is get my trusty paintbrush that I use, my gluey paintbrush, and I need a small piece of scrap paper. So I've got a piece of DSP here that I used earlier, which I just find it useful for when you're putting fiddly bits on. It's easier to have glue on a paintbrush than it is to try and actually do it straight from the tube. So plus it helps you control how much you're putting on, so you know it's not going to go splodging out the sides. Okay, so I want 2 either side, and then the 4 in the middle are going to have the letters on. I do think this looks ever so pretty. Bunting is such a brilliant way and such a quick way of just brightening up your home, adding a little bit of extra decoration. As I'm filming this, the Euros 2021 are taking place, and England are due to play Scotland on Friday. So my friend is coming to watch the England game with me, but they support Scotland. So I'm actually thinking I might make some bunting up for England and Scotland, just so we have a little bit of decoration. It helps that they're both very simple flags. Okay. Right, there we go. So I've put home on here. Next I'm just going to lay some bits and bobs around and see how I feel with them. We've got a What's Cooking there, but I'm not sure if I shall use that one yet. So I might just do something just like that. Also in the stamp set you do get these little stamps. So you've got a tomato, mushroom and a bit of celery by the looks of it, and then some little chef's hats. So what I might do, I'm going to cut those out by hand because there isn't a die to come with them, and then I'm going to scatter them over the bunting. But I won't make you sit through that. I will add it to the finished photo though. But yeah, I'm quite happy with all of that, so I'm going to go ahead and stick it down. I think it's nearly time to get another glue. This is an adorable set. I love cooking anyway. I absolutely love my kitchen. I love anything that involves making things, whether it's paper craft, making cakes and food, cooking for friends. I love to crochet. Anything crafty at all. And then I am a very happy person. Realised I might be off camera here. Let's put that back on. Ooh, can't pick it up. No, I think I'm happy without the knife. So there we go. Here's my bunting. Try and get that all on so you can see. But as you see, it's quite a nice quick make. You can use any DSP you want. You can make it floral, cooking, decorate any room in the house. Yeah, I quite like it, and I hope you do too. So thank you very much for watching. I will see you again soon, no doubt. Take care. Bye bye.